a security agent among us. It could be any of you. The original Alcohol prototype is the one thing we can use to battle with the outside world. It belongs to the guests. We can't let the founders just give it away. Blast your way down there. Activate the biosequencer. Then get the Alcohol sample back to the docking bay. There will be a sub to extract you.
What's up, everybody? It's TheNidien, and this is episode number 17 of my Brink playthrough. This is actually one of the brand new maps with the DLC that you get. It's day 21 on the Resistance side. I can't remember the mission name right off the top of my head right now, but that's what it is. I'm using the weapons I used in my Brink new DLC. This is what you get video that I set up towards the end. I believe it's the Houston AR with the assault shield, and then I using one of the SMGs as with the bayonet and try to play that around. Now the shield, what do I think of it? The shield, it helps, but it's nothing too crazy. Like you get picked off pretty well. With or without the shield, so it helps a little bit. So it's one of those things you got to kind of give one thing up for another, and it may not outweigh the benefits of another, like a grenade launcher or something else for the knockdown. But it's not a bad thing. It's and it's well balanced. Once again, I give these guys credit for making a very, very well balanced game, and there's just nothing I can bitch about except for the matchmaking. It's just crazy, but so there's that, and then the bayonet, I'm going to have to play with that a little more. I played with it a little bit. It doesn't seem to be a knockdown, but I don't know if it was just me shooting and trying to stab, or me stabbing and whiffing. So I'm going to have to get back on the bayonet, because I'm actually not really sure what to say about it at the moment, because I really didn't use it in an effective manner where I knew what was going on. Like I said, maybe I can... Maybe I'll do a game where it's bayonet only, just running up and stabbing people in the face, like only use me bayonet for one match and see what's going on. So I can't really give any advice or anything like that on my bayonet, and that was a complete fail. I'm also using heavy body style for this, and I would highly suggest for this map. It's a larger map. Heavy body style wasn't that great, as you can see. I'm lumbering through the forest here like an ogre. Should have went with either light or medium. Probably medium if I wanted to carry an AR, an assault rifle, and a SMG around. So I would highly suggest a medium or light body style for this. Again, heavy just takes too long to get back to that objective. So that's what it is. Also, you're going to see that it kind of, I don't know if it's a bug, but it's kind of thrown off right here. See, I thought my little yellow dot there was the objective, when the actual objective is to put what I'm doing right now. I'm planting the HE charge on the elevator door. So that's why in the beginning I was slow. I was trying to figure out what was going on. I was going towards the wrong objective. I was trying to make sure I was the soldier class to see the correct objective and all that. Ooh, slide tackle on accident. But there again, look at that. My bot is sitting there doing absolutely nothing. I don't understand it. But I got to get a few more levels before I can try out any of the new abilities. So that's why you're not going to see any new abilities in this match, because I don't have them, and I don't have the points to do it unless I completely respec. And then I'm going to lose another level, and then I'm going to have to get those 5 levels back up to the points anyways. But what I'm going to start out, I think, is with Operative and go from there and see what they got. I'm still digging Operative big time with the comms hack, all that other shit. So what you're going to see right off the bat here is there's 3 entrance points. There's one on the left, or 2 on the left, 1 on the right. There's a ramp up the right, a ramp up the left, and then just a straight heading in right there. Here's one, and then there'll be a ramp over on the far right, and then this little access point down here on the left. The left is obviously your direct route plus a command post. I would suggest holding down this area and trying to work your way through that, because it's the fastest way in and out of there, hands down. Where the enemy's going to spawn is behind there to the far left. You'll see you got the door there. They come around the corner and they come from the top. So you have either way, it's pretty much a choke point once you get that HE charge on. You're going to see me fail half a dozen times, I think they get this charge off me. But there again, it's simply due to the bots not being worth a shit on your team. So that's what I think there. And I'm digging the new maps, and yeah, you know, Brink at his finest. I've been getting into more and more matches against people, so maybe they fixed some matchmaking issues with the last patch. I'm not exactly sure because I haven't seen any notes, but that, again, I haven't been able to get in on a consistent basis just a little bit more. I've had a lot of questions, people asking about it for Steam and the PC. Now, what I've read and what I've talked to from people is the PC is 100 times better, matchmaking-wise, competition-wise. There's, you know, the dedicated servers. You pick from the server list and go. There's always a ton of full servers, and it's just one of those things. It's almost like Team Fortress 2. If you had Team Fortress 2 on the console, you might be having a hard time digging into a match, but if you go onto the PC on Steam, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of servers. So for those of you that are asking for the PC, I think it's down to $25 now for the PC. The DLC is free for the first 2 weeks, so you still got at least another week for the PC. So if you got 25 extra bucks and you're looking for a game, I would suggest picking it up for the PC, getting the free DLC, and just having a blast. As far as the consoles go, I think they're down to $30 now, brand new for a console. So again, if you're thinking about picking it up, you know, take my word for what it's worth. I mean, some other people may be able to get into a match on a consistent basis. I can't for whatever reason. I'm not. Again, I've heard the Xbox is better, so it probably goes in order from best to worst is PC, Xbox, PS3, and that's what that is. Man, that was a perfect knockdown right there. But anyways, you know, take it for what it's worth, and you know, and it's down to 30 bucks. And if you get it now, you get the downloadable content for free, and that be that. And again, they got my charge off. So this is what I'm talking about. I fail half a dozen times and finally get this charge up and running, and then we can move on to the next objective. So, like I said, pick it up if you want. But if you're gonna pick it up for something, I would pick it up for the for your PC. I don't know the graphics requirements, so you might want to really check into that beforehand, because I know, you know, some people buy games and they just don't pay attention. Minimal requirements on a PC mean exactly that. A lot of people don't think about that. Minimal requirements on a PC on a game that you see. Just because you meet the minimal requirements doesn't mean your game. It's gonna run the game, but it'll run it like shit. It's gonna run it at its worst optimal performance. That's what it means. It doesn't mean because you meet the minimum requirements, the game's gonna run at 100 frames per second and just be, you know, everything's gonna be fine and dandy, and you're gonna be able to fraps it and all this other crazy crap going on. It's a big misconception in the industry. I think what they should do is get rid of minimal requirements. Not as a whole, but take the minimal requirements of your game that run it like shit, and don't really fuck with the consumer, but bump it up a couple notches. You don't have to go to, you know, best optimal, blah blah blah, but these companies can at least bump it up a little bit, so minimum requirements are actually a little bit above what the actual minimum requirements are. I hope that makes sense. But here we go. We finally got the first door blown, and now we got to repair this little biosequencer thing. So what it actually is, this is an underground sea base. So you start out at the top, obviously. Now you're working your way down through the base. This is actually a big time choke point. I mean, the spawns for both these, for this objective, are both super close together. So it's really hard. I mean, if you get down there, and once you get down there and clear the area out enough, just hammer that repair button. If you're only getting, you know, 2% at a time, 10% at a time, 5% at a time, you're still getting that 5%. Get it as much as you can. Don't stop repairing like you see me do, and try to kill these guys, because you're just wasting repair time. You could have actually got another couple percent in there probably and worked it through, because this is a huge choke point. You only have 5 minutes to do it. And again, this is why I should have used medium body style or even a light body style to be able to maneuver through this even better. So you're going to get lost. Where you see me going is, this is the most direct point. There's obviously that point up above, but then again, you have to drop down, take a little bit of fall damage, and you don't get a direct shot at these guys right here, because they're going to be coming through that doorway. You see this guy, the bot, actually using a sniper rifle back there, and that guy was dangerous. I don't know what's going on. But here, this just like that, I even have a bot just hammering that repair button. Right there, big mistake number one. I could have at least got another 5% off that before I was killed. So that was my number one mistake, and I'm just let you guys take that for what it's worth as well. And again, I kind of screwed up here, yada yada yada, with respecking. So my engineer class, I don't have a turret to put down anymore, and I don't really have much of anything as far as engineer goes anymore, so it's kind of hard. So what I'm going to do, I think, is start up 3 new characters, 1 for each class, go through, tweak them out, and then kind of play for that. It kind of sucks because, you know, say if you pick one of the maps that you have to destroy 3 objectives but you have to repair, you're going to be in the same situation anyways, because it's not like you can change characters in between each objective and each round. But either way, you gotta fight the good fight. Now, one thing that I noticed with a couple of the matches that I've gotten into against people, there is actually host migration in this game. I thought they had dedicated servers. Apparently not. Whoa, I just blew a puff of air like some type of crazy fish into the mic. I almost blew my own ears out, so sorry about that. But apparently not. So there is host migration. I've had it happen 2 or 3 times now when I've been kicking somebody's ass. They quit out knowing that they can't get the objective done or they can't defend against me. And 2 times it went right through and the guy was out, and then it filled its spot with a bot. The second time it actually kicked me out of the game. Not as annoying as Call of Duty having it happen every other game, but when you only get into a handful of matches compared to Call of Duty, I mean, it's kind of on the same level. So that's an unfortunate thing. I thought they had dedicated servers and it wasn't that big of a deal, which would explain why sometimes you connect to somebody and the lag is awful. Had that happen too. I think I ran up the same flight of stairs 7 times before I finally got up the stairs. Rubber banding 101. So that's on that note. You're gonna see the other map is more compact. I'm not gonna get into it too much. I'm gonna save that for my next little playthrough so you guys can see that. So it's not that big of a deal. One of the main issues here is you have to, once you repair this thing, you have to deliver the object again. So again, heavy body style actually puts a real big damper on there. But for fortunate, in my situation here, one of the bots actually grew a brain all of a sudden. You can see him going. He's out like freaking Florence Griffin there on a track. He's out, man. I thought for sure he was going to make it. I thought we had all the bots corralled right here, and that was that. They ended up killing him. But I don't know how far I would have actually made it myself if I would have gotten this, the objective. I started to cringe a little bit. I was talking to some guys on Skype when I was playing, and I was getting a little irritated with these bots keep picking this up, because in the past, we all know, for those of us that have played Brink in the past, we've known that when a bot picks up an objective, you have about a 1% chance that anything good's going to come out of it. So he gets killed a couple times, and I actually try to grab it here and fail, and a bot comes up behind me and gets it. So I decide, okay, it's time for me to buck up, and I'm going to escort this guy and get it done instead of, you know, letting this bot run around on his own. And we eventually get it. So, I have a couple questions. As all, you know, check out my video, the featured video for Subscriber Friday. He's got, you know, he does a lot of Minecraft Let's Plays. If you guys want your videos up on my, you know, I can do another Subscriber Friday every Friday, just as long as the videos are coming in. I haven't gotten any questions and answers, but or any questions to answer, if that makes any sense. So, you know, if you guys want your videos featured, send them to me, and every Friday I'm going to put a video up for the day, or maybe I'll put it up for Friday and Saturday as a featured video, and head some people your way as much as possible, and just get, you know, have people check out your videos. It's always a good thing. What I was going to do at first was keep vid it and rip it and then put it on my channel, but I had a bunch of good suggestions from the guys over at VidThrough. That I would, you know, because in the meantime, what that would do is actually be stealing views from you guys, and I don't want to do that. So what that means is they suggested that I just favorite it, like it, and then make it a featured video on my channel. And this turned into a shitstorm right here, man. These guys were all over this objective. So that's where we're gonna go for that. So I'm not taking any views away from anybody, and that wasn't the point of it. So that's gonna be the best bet. So that's what's going on there as well. So submit those videos, submit those questions and answers, and we're going to get this going. Wednesdays, I finally got my live comm down and set. I had a little issues with syncing the audio. I talked to a few people, got me a good idea of what to do and when to do it and how to get the audio synced up really well. So Wednesdays are going to be my live comm days. So we're going to have that Military Monday, Subscriber Friday, live comm Wednesdays, and then just everything random in between. And here we go, like I said in our last video. But this is where you're coming down here. It is a long run. Now I have no idea where their spawn points are because my bot took off like a bat out of hell, and I pretty much, I think, just saved his ass because he's sitting over here at the objective flicking. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing, but he finally gets it in there, and that's the map. But it is quite a long run. So again, I suggest heavier, or yeah, jeez, lighter medium body style. This is a longer video, but there you go, guys. There's one of the new missions. As always, have a great day. Peace.